Hello, my amazing tribe. I'm excited to connect with you through this video. It's a pleasure to have you join us as we uncover the secrets of Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ. The Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ is the second generation of the Jeep Grand Cherokee sport utility vehicle. Unveiled in Detroit, Michigan, on June 16, 1998, production lasted until 2004 in the US, continuing in foreign markets until 2005. The WJ was completely overhauled from its ZJ predecessor and was renowned for its off-road capability. Jeep marketed the WJ as the most capable SUV ever. In this chapter, we'll be unraveling the enigma of background and discovering its transformative power. Unveiled at Detroit, MI Hall on June 16, 1998, the redesigned WJ 1999 Grand Cherokee shared just 127 parts with its predecessor, mostly fasteners, and took 28 months to develop from its March 1996 design freeze styling approval in 1995. The spare tire was relocated from the side of the cargo compartment to under the floor. The two heavy pusher-V engines were replaced by Chrysler's then new PowerTech. The new V engine produced less torque than the old pushrods, but was lighter, offered better fuel economy, and provided similar on-road performance figures. The 23-gallon fuel tank was replaced with one of a 20.5-gallon capacity. The inline-six engine was also updated for Mi. A redesign of the intake manifold added 10. While other Jeep vehicles used the Mopa 5X 4.5-bolt circle, this was the first Jeep following the 1987 Chrysler buyout to receive a wider wheel bolt pattern, 5X5 metric 5X. A notable feature available in this generation was the automatic four-wheel drive option called Quadra Drive, which employed the new Venture Gear transfer case. This two-speed chain-driven transfer case uses a gerator, a clutch pack coupled to a hydraulic pump, to transfer torque between the front and rear axles. The transfer case contains three modes: for all time, neutral, and for low. In for all time, 100% of torque is sent to the rear axle in normal conditions. If the rear axle starts spinning at a higher rate than the front axle, hydraulic pressure builds up in the gerator and causes the clutch pack to progressively transfer torque to the front axle until both axles return to the same speed. Neutral mode is intended for towing the vehicle. In for low, the front and rear axles are locked together through a 2.72 reduction gear ratio. The transfer case is mated to front and rear axles containing Jeep's Varilock differentials. Varilock differentials also use a gerator to transfer torque between the wheels on either side of the axle. The major advantage of Quadra Drive was that the combined transfer case and progressive locking differentials in each axle could automatically control traction between all four wheels. However, only the center differential could be permanently locked, and only in low. The Quadra Track II system included the transfer case with the standard open front and rear differentials. The Chrysler ERF transmission on a ERF is 2,200 revolutions per minute less than the ERF programming. 1999 and 2000 model year WJ owners can have their ERF transmissions programming flashed to enable the extra gear, as both transmissions are physically the same. The URI 4-speed automatic remained the transmission for the inline-six engine. It had slight changes from the previous model Grand Cherokee. The interior was also completely redesigned. The redesign allowed for larger rear doors and more space for rear passengers. Controls for various items like headlights, heated seats, and rear wiper were moved to more convenient locations. The Electronic Vehicle Information Center was moved from below the radio to above the windshield and was standard on all 2000 and up models. Limited models included automatic dual-zone climate control. A CD changer with capacity for 10 CDs was also available with the Infinity Audio package. In addition to Jeep's uniform construction, Daimler Chrysler partnered with Porsche to further strengthen the frame. This was done to reduce noise, vibration, and harshness (NVH). Uniform is an unusual construction scheme. It incorporates all of the strength and durability of a body-on-frame construction into a unitized construction. By adding stiffness and rigidity to the structure, they enhanced the ride and strengthened the network of steel beams, rails and pillars or safety cage that surround and protect occupants. More than 70% of the underbody is high-strength steel. All Jeep Grand Cherokees feature uniform construction. The Grand Cherokee received a secondary minor facelift for 2004, including round fog lamps, a lower front fascia and a new body color matched inset grille design. Export models produced at the plant in Graz, Austria, were given the vehicle designation of WG, which feature minor differences from the US model, including a relocated radio antenna moved from front right fender to integrated on rear passenger side window, power folding mirrors, height adjustable headlights, plastic rocker covers on limited trim models only available on Laredo trim on US models, as well as leather shift knobs on Overland trim models. Chrysler also claims the vehicle received other improvements to reduce NVH. WG models were also manufactured at the Cordoba plant for the Argentinian market. As we transition, let's shed light on new features and its relevance to our ongoing exploration. The first-generation Jeep Grand Cherokee ZJ offered many new and class-exclusive features, and the second-generation Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ continued to offer new features that were not yet available on its competitors, such as the Chevrolet Blazer and Ford Explorer. At the time of its release, the all-new 1999 Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ had many standard and optional features which were class-exclusive. HomeLink allowed the driver to program up to 3 devices such as garage door openers, estate gates, and other controlled access devices and operate those devices with buttons located in the overhead console. A state-of-the-art automatic dual-zone climate control system used infrared sensors located in the climate control panel to monitor the surface temperature of both driver and front passenger to automatically control the interior temperature for both front passengers. The Jeep memory system allowed for 2 drivers to set their individual driver's seat, side mirror, and radio setting by using buttons located on the front driver's door interior panel to recall their preferred settings at the touch of a button, or upon insertion of the corresponding key into the ignition. The keyless entry remotes were color-coded either black or gray, and had either a 1 or 2 on the back of the remote to help the drivers easily identify their remote. For the 2002 model year, the Grand Cherokee WJ received its first mid-cycle refresh. This included the introduction of 3 new models, a value-oriented Sport, the Laredo-based Special Edition, and the new range-topping Overland. A new high-output PowerTech gasoline engine became available on limited models, and was standard on Overland. All models received new radios, which included a standard AM stereo radio with a single-disc CD player on Laredo and limited, with an AM stereo radio with radio data system IDS and cassette and single-disc CD players standard on Overland and optional on all other models. Both radios featured standard CD changer controls for the optional 10-disc remote CD changer in the rear cargo area. For vehicles equipped with the Infinity Gold premium audio system, the Infinity Gold emblem was removed from the front door speaker grills, and the Laredo no longer featured carpeted front and rear door panels. Also on the interior, all models received a new chrome Jeep steering wheel emblem, as well as new interior accent trim faux aluminum on Sport, Laredo, and Special Edition, and faux wood grain on all other models. Sport and Laredo models received new Landscaper Millennium cloth seat fabric as standard equipment, and limited models received new rail leather seat trim. The previously available rail leather seat trim remained available on Sport, Laredo, and Special Edition models. A new front grille and headlamps were introduced on limited models. New tire and wheel combinations were available for all models, and in mid-year 2002, a full-color GPS navigation radio with a single-disc CD player and 10-disc remote CD changer became available on limited and Overland models. All radios supported dealer-installed accessory Sirius satellite radio and Uconnect hands-free Bluetooth phone system. To round out the changes for 2002, a full-size spare tire and wheel was now standard equipment on all models. Front-side impact airbags and power-adjustable foot pedals were available. The vehicle identification number differentiated between frontal airbags only and front-side impact airbags with the characters 4 and 8 respectively as the third digit, and center roof rack cross rails were now only available as a dealer-installed accessory for all models. A second exterior facelift was introduced for the 2004 model year and included revised front grilles and fascias bumpers for all models. Laredo models also received newly styled round front fog lamps as an optional feature. The Laredo-based Special Edition model rejoined the lineup, and a new Columbia Edition model also based on the Laredo was introduced. The base Laredo model was now only available with the base E package and included fewer standard features, including the deletion of carpeted front and rear floor mat and rear cargo area tonneau cover. Production of the Grand Cherokee WJ ended in mid-2004 as the all-new third-generation Jeep Grand Cherokee WK was introduced, and the Jefferson North Assembly Plant received a retooling for production of the all-new model. All 2004 models equipped with four-wheel drive received Jeep's Trail Rated X certification and an emblem on the front left fender. In the upcoming section, we'll be shining a light on yearly changes. 1999 saw the introduction of the all-new second-generation Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ. While similar in dimensions and styles to the first-generation Jeep Grand Cherokee ZJ, the WJ Grand Cherokee featured a more modern exterior design and an all-new interior, while the L-Power Tech inline six-cylinder I engine and a 4-speed automatic transmission both carried over from the previous generation model. The previous L Magnum V engine was replaced by an all-new L-Power Tech V engine, which was mated to the all-new 4-speed automatic transmission. The L Magnum V engine was dropped after the 1998 model year. The spare tire and wheel were relocated from the left side of the rear cargo area to underneath the cargo floor. This decreased unavailable cargo space, but made it easier to access the spare tire and wheel. 2000 having been fully redesigned for the 1999 model year, the 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee received minimal changes. However, the L-Power Tech V engine's 4-speed automatic transmission was replaced by the 5-speed automatic transmission. Finally, the base Laredo D package was discontinued, which meant that the Laredo model now included the Electronic Vehicle Information Center EVIC with an overhead console as standard equipment. 2001 for 2001, a 60th anniversary edition Jeep Grand Cherokee, based on the limited model, celebrated the brand's 60th anniversary. A New England edition package for the base Laredo added 17-inch tires and silver-blade aluminum alloy wheels, a combination AM/FM stereo radio with cassette and CD players, and a power-adjustable front driver's seat to the base model. Another new package for the Laredo included the same feature content, but also added rail leather trim seating surfaces and an Infinity Gold premium audio system with a 180-watt amplifier. All models of the Grand Cherokee received new aluminum alloy wheel options, and the limited trim received new leather seating surfaces and revised burled rosewood interior trim. The Laredo model received simulated brushed aluminum interior trim, and now included a trim bezel around the radio. The steering wheel on all models also received a silver-finished Jeep emblem. 2002 for 2002, the Grand Cherokee WJ received a major refresh which introduced new features and models to the range, as well as minor changes related to cost-cutting measures. To start, an all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland model was introduced, as a new model positioned above the previously top limited model, including features such as extended leather seating surfaces and door panels, an Infinity Gold premium amplified audio system, as well as genuine wood-trimmed interior and steering wheel. The Laredo trim now included a 6-way, power-adjustable front driver's seat and an stereo radio with a single-disc CD player standard equipment, as well as revised seat fabrics and new silver-blade aluminum alloy wheels. Mid-year, a new special edition model was introduced based on the Laredo model that added color-keyed front and rear bumpers and body-side cladding, an Infinity Gold 180-watt premium amplified audio system, and unique badging on the front doors of the vehicle. A new high-output all-power Tech engine became available, standard on Overland, and optional on Limited. All radios aside from the base RBK AM stereo radio now included radio data system RDS capabilities, and side impact airbags were now an option on all models. 2003 For 2003, the Jeep Grand Cherokee gained a new Freedom Edition model, based on the Laredo trim, while the Sport model was discontinued. The Laredo model now included high-back front bucket seats with integrated headrests as standard equipment, with low-back front bucket seats with separate headrests becoming an option. The low-back bucket seats were standard when the Laredo trim was ordered with the optional real leather trim seating surfaces. New entertainment options, including a GPS navigation system radio and Sirius satellite radio, were offered for the first time. The Special Edition model was temporarily discontinued for the 2003 model year, but would reappear for 2004. 2003 was a shortened model year, with 2004 model year production commencing in mid-2003. During this year, the WJ also received two minor changes during the model year, including the change from a functional oil pressure gauge to a dummy gauge only showing if oil pressure is present or not, as well as changing from a hollow to solid front sway bar starting on vehicles made after November 7, 2002 onwards. 2004 would mark the Jeep Grand Cherokee's final model year of production. There was a new Columbia Edition model that was introduced as a partnership between Jeep and Columbia Sportswear, and included unique seat trim, larger aluminum alloy wheels, and a complimentary Columbia Parker. The Special Edition trim would also reappear for the 2004 model year. The Laredo trim was condensed to a single e-package, though all previously available options were still available. All models received revised front fascias for 2004, and all four-wheel drive models received Jeep's new Trail Rated X certification. This certification could typically be identified by the badge placed on the front driver's side fender. However, many Grand Cherokees did not receive the badge, despite being certified as Trail Rated. Production concluded in April 2004. With the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee WK being introduced in the same month at the New York International Auto Show. Now, let's shift our attention to models. The Laredo served as the base Grand Cherokee trim level from August 1998 to 2004, and still continues to be the base Grand Cherokee trim level to this day. A very well-equipped model. The Laredo offered these features as standard equipment: the all-power Tech inline 6-cylinder I-engine, a 4-speed automatic transmission, 16-inch 16 alloy wheels, an AM stereo with cassette and CD player 1998-2001 or CD players 2001-2004, wood interior trim 1998-2000 or aluminum interior trim 2000-2004, keyless entry, power windows and door locks, cloth seating surfaces, air conditioning, a split folding rear bench seat, grey painted front and rear bumpers and body side cladding trim panels, and more. After the Laredo package was dropped, leaving the Laredo I packages as the base Grand Cherokee packages, and adding a standard overhead electronic vehicle information center EVIC and overhead console. Many features that were available on the luxurious limited trim could also be optioned on the base Laredo trim. For 2001 only, a New England special group was available for Grand Cherokees equipped with the I package. The package, which was indicated by the sales code ACJ, added features to the base model Grand Cherokee such as ProBSW all-season performance tires, 17-inch 17 sport alloy wheels, both options of which were also available with as packages, an AM stereo with cassette and CD players with integrated remote CD changer controls, and a 3.73 rear axle ratio. The New England Special Group was available exclusively in select northeastern states. The Limited served as the top-of-the-line Grand Cherokee trim level from 1998 to 2001, and the more luxurious Grand Cherokee trim level from 2001 to 2004. It added these features: color-keyed body side trim cladding panels and front and rear bumpers, a premium 180-watt Infinity Gold stereo system with 6 speakers, leather seating surfaces, dual power front bucket seats, a full-sized spare tire and spare wheel, a security alarm, a leather-wrapped steering wheel mounted remote audio system controls, drivers to position memory color-coded keyless entry remotes, wood interior trim, and more. The Sport was the lowest priced trim level of the Grand Cherokee, was introduced in November 2001 for my. Offered only for 2002, the Sport was aimed at value-oriented customers who wanted a very well-equipped vehicle at a modest price point. It added these features to the base Laredo trim: dual power front heated bucket seats, leather seating surfaces, an AM stereo with cassette and CD players, a premium 180-watt Infinity Gold audio system with 6 speakers, a full-sized spare tire and spare wheel, a Sport emblem on the tailgate, a security alarm, a power sunroof, and more. Cloth seating surfaces, deleted heated front bucket seats, a deleted cassette player, and a deleted sunroof could be had for credit in place of the standard options they replaced. The Special Edition was a value-oriented trim level of the Grand Cherokee in 2002, and in 2004 the model was put on hiatus for the 2003 model year. Based on the base Laredo trim, the Special Edition added these features: a full-sized spare tire wheel, heated powered dual front bucket seats, leather seating surfaces and leather-wrapped steering wheel, an AM stereo with cassette, CD player, 10-disc rear-mounted CD changer, color-keyed body side cladding panels and front and rear bumpers, a security alarm, power sunroof, 180-watt Infinity Gold audio system, and Special Edition emblems on both front doors. The Freedom was a value-oriented trim level of the Grand Cherokee between March 2003 SOP March 10, 2003 and 2004. Based on the base Laredo trim, the Freedom added these features: a full-sized spare tire and spare wheel, 17-inch 17 graphite finish alloy wheels, unique cloth seating surfaces, dual power front bucket seats, an AM stereo with cassette and CD players, a premium 180-watt Infinity Gold audio system with 6 speakers, and Freedom emblems on both front doors. The Columbia Edition, launched in November 2003 October 6, 2003 SOP, was a partnership between Jeep and sportswear manufacturer Columbia for my. Based on the base Laredo trim, the Columbia Edition added these features: a full-sized spare tire and spare wheel, 17-inch 17 alloy wheels, unique two-toned cloth seating surfaces, dual power front bucket seats, an AM stereo with cassette and CD players, a premium 180-watt Infinity Gold audio system with 6 speakers, bright silver metallic painted body side cladding panels and front and rear bumpers, and Columbia Edition emblems on both front doors. Columbia Edition buyers also received a complimentary Columbia Parker at the time of delivery of the new vehicle. The Overland was the top-of-the-line Grand Cherokee trim level between August 2001 and 2004, first introduced for my. It added these features to the already luxurious Limited trim level: an AM stereo with cassette and CD players, a 10-disc remote rear-mounted CD changer, unique leather and suede seating surfaces, wood-grain real redwood for upper half of steering wheel and interior accents, dual power heated front bucket seats, Overland floor mats, overland emblems on both front doors, side curtain airbags, rain sense wipers, rock rails. Upcountry suspension option was deleted for the My Starting Set 2003 skid plate group with chrome tow hooks, unique 17-inch 17 chrome-plated alloy wheels with matching spare, power sunroof, and the higher output 265 power tech engine, which could also be had on the limited trim. The 60th anniversary edition was manufactured to commemorate Jeep's 60th anniversary in 2001. It added these features to the luxurious limited trim level: unique 17-inch 17 Rogue chrome-plated alloy wheels, 60th anniversary edition emblems on both upper front fenders, heated front bucket seats, a power sunroof, an AM stereo with cassette and CD players, a matching spare wheel, 60th anniversary edition embroidered front bucket seats, along with special 60th anniversary edition floor mats. Now, let's redirect our focus towards Chinese production and discover its significance in our narrative. Beijing Jeep Corporation Limited produced the XJ Classic Cherokee from 1984 to 2005. Beijing Jeep bought the old tooling for the Jeep Grand Cherokee when the WK was introduced for the US as a 2005 model. The WJ was introduced in the end of 2004 for the Chinese market as the Jeep 4000 and 4700 Grand Cherokee and carries differing engine names compared to their foreign counterparts, known as Keek for the 6-cylinder and Kuvk for the V. A 4-speed automatic gearbox was standard on the 6-cylinder while V had a 5-speed automatic gearbox. Pricing ranges 358,000 and 496,000 yuan, 53,480 TRS with 4 trim levels. It was their flagship model and nearly identical to the 2004 Grand Cherokee Limited in looks and equipment, including the solid axle suspension, choice of out systems, body color cladding, alloy wheels, Chrysler sound systems, and Chrysler automatic climate controls. This is unlike the XJ Cherokee that was significantly modified by Beijing Jeep for the Chinese market. As we move forward, let's uncover the untold stories and fascinating intricacies of engines. Years displacement engine power torque notes for L242 CID power tech I195 at 4,600 revolutions per minute, 230 Lv at 3,000 revolutions per minute, known as the Keek in China. Produces 197 horsepower, 4.7 L287 CID PowerTech 235 at 4,800 revolutions per minute, 295 Lv at 3,200 revolutions per minute, known as the Kuvk in China. Produces 238 horsepower, 4.7 L287 CID high output PowerTech 265 at 5,100 revolutions per minute, 330 Lv at 3,600 revolutions per minute. Limited, Overland and Freedom Edition only. 3.1 L diesel, 531 OHV diesel I138 at 3,600 revolutions per minute, 283 Lv at 1,800 revolutions per minute. Available in Europe, South Africa, and Mercosur. 2.7 L diesel turbo diesel I161 at 4,000 revolutions per minute, 295 Lv, 1,800 2,600 revolutions per minute. Available in Europe, South Africa, Australia, Thailand, and Mercosur. In this section, we'll be exploring Detroit diesel of Motori. The 3.1-litre turbo diesel on the 1999 Grand Cherokee was developed in conjunction with Detroit diesel of Motori. It has an electronic injection pump, electronically controlled, vacuum-actuated exhaust gas recirculation, and a special catalyst to control oxides of nitrogen NOx. Manufactured in Cento, Italy, at 13,000 units per year. It was available in European models and meets the European Stage III emissions assessment. 3,120 fork power, 104 torque, 367 transmission, 4-speed electronically controlled automatic. Get ready for an enlightening exploration as we dig into sales and understand its role in the broader context. The Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ and WG went into production on July 17, 1998, and finished its run on May 21, 2004. Year sales notes: 1998, 62,880 sold as 1999 models, includes pre-production run 1999, 300,031, 271,723, 2001, 223,612, 2002, 224,000, 233, 2003, 207,000, 479 short model year run 2004, 182,313 total sales 1,451,889 data until November 2004. Sales figures year over year. As we progress, let's shine a spotlight on Insurance Institute for Highway Safety IIHS and examine its intricate interplay within our topic. Insurance Institute for Highway Safety IIHS. Moderate overlap frontal offset, marginal small overlap frontal offset not tested, side impact not tested, roof strength not tested. 1999-2004 Grand Cherokee IIHS scores. In the upcoming section, we'll be dissecting NHTSA and exploring its implications in greater detail. 1999-2004 Grand Cherokee NHTSA scores. Note: only 2001-2003 models rated. Let's now shift our focus to recalls and explore the ways in which it shapes our perspective. On November 8, 2012, Chrysler announced the recall on certain model year 2002-2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee vehicles manufactured February 13, 2001 through May 23, 2003. A component in the airbag control module may fail, causing the front airbags, side curtain airbags, and a seatbelt pretensioners to deploy inadvertently while the vehicle is being operated. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and share it with someone who might benefit from it.